Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm coming to you with another video. This one's gonna be about skincare. I've had a couple of people ask me to do a skincare video in general. I've had a couple people ask me what I do for my skin, seeing that it has gotten clearer over the years because my skin was not where it is today. A couple years ago it was a struggle, but I have a couple products that I want to show you guys. I'm gonna show you my routine. I want to do this video, it's just my morning routine, and then I'll do another one for my nighttime routine. But I will say with both routines, I'm real simple when it comes to a lot of it. Some of it probably will seem a little more complex, but it also comes from where I work and the type of products that I see come in and out, and see kind of what's trending, looking at that stuff, seeing if it actually works, stuff like that. And I've kind of compiled some stuff that I actually feel like works really well for my skin right now. Most of it is pretty general. There are, there will be a step or two that isn't too traditional. I've been on the fence about sharing this part because I have a couple of people that might yell at me for sharing it, but I have to be honest. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. I made sure to come nice and crusty out the bed. Like, I'm starting to realize I probably sleep on my face for a good part of the night because, like, why are my eyebrows like down? Like, before I even cut the camera on, my eyelash was like pressed to my face. I'm like, okay, this is trash. But let me go ahead and get started with my first step and take my glasses off so you can kind of see what my skin looks like. I'm not too oily, too dry. I'm probably a real good normal skin type, and like I said, over the years I've come to learn what my skin needs and stuff like that. So I've gotten to get products that balance it out really well. So that's just where I'm at. What I'm going to show you first is my cleanser, and I actually was introduced to this one by somebody I used to work with at my job that she absolutely loves the Cult Classic cleanser. She was actually getting it when it was called, I think it was like just called their purifying cleanser, but it's so freaking popular that it's called their Cult Classic because everybody loves it, everybody gets it. But I got it because, let me put my glasses back on. I got it because a lot of their stuff is real clean and simple and stuff like that, but it's a gel-based cleanser, so it's not super heavy or have a bunch of creams or anything like that in it because I don't need a whole bunch of extra moisture, but it's not something that strips my skin either. So it says it's the cult favorite cleanser for clean and fresh skin. This probiotic gel-based cleanser removes dirt, impurities, and makeup gently and effectively. Skin is left looking balanced, clarified, and prepped for skincare. You can use it morning and night, and you just massage onto wet skin and rinse with water. So that's what I'm gonna do with that one. I use that one in the morning, and like I said, I'll introduce my nighttime routine in another video. But let me go ahead and take my glasses back off. I just have to read that because Lord knows I can't see without them on. So let me move this to the side. I'm gonna get started with the cleanser and then go from there. And I use my cleanser with my Clarisonic. So I'll do both those, speed it up a little bit, and then come back. Okay, now that my face is all clean, I almost forgot because I still got my right eye wrap on because I wear that pretty much overnight. Otherwise, it's like a satin scarf, bonnet, whatever. But I always put spot headbands on because they're cute. Not even this. I mean, of course, it's to protect your hair, stuff like that. But I just like them because they be cute. Because they be cute. This is one I got from work. It's from the Josie Moran launch that we had at work. So I just like getting the spot headbands because they're cute. Now that my skin's all clean and I have soap in my mouth, I'm gonna go on to the next step. I just gotta keep putting my glasses on and off. So the next one, I actually went out on a limb and kind of tried this one because I know my skin isn't necessarily like super oily or have a bunch of buildup or dead skin or anything like that now, but I still like the idea because I know I'm excessive in some areas of my skincare routine. So the next step is going to be the daily Microfoliant from Dermalogica. Jesus, this is bright. Can you see it? Can you see it? Okay, there we go. So this is, I'll just read it. Achieve brighter, smoother skin every day with this iconic exfoliating powder. This rice-based powder activates upon contact with water, releasing heparin, salicylic acid, and rice enzymes to polish skin to perfection. The skin brightening complex of phytic acid and rice bran, white tea, and licorice helps balance uneven skin tone, while a super soothing blend of colloidal oatmeal and allantoin helps calm skin. Gentle enough for daily use. I know I botched some of those names. I always do. But I mean, essentially, it's a exfoliator that you can use daily because these are so small, it won't tear apart your skin to exfoliate every day. Some skin types still can't use this every day, but I'm like an every other day type person, and honestly, I just go based on how my skin feels. I don't necessarily use it every day, but if I feel like it was a little more oily, or I had a little more of the day was on my face, you know, from being outside, being in the public, having that mask on, I'll go in and use this just to make sure my skin feels extra clean, because like I said, I hate feeling like anything's on my face. I'm just that person. So it says, after cleansing, use about a half a teaspoon of the daily microfoliant into very wet hands and create a creamy paste by rubbing the hands together. Apply to face in a circular motion, avoiding the eye area, and then massage gently for 1 minute and then rinse with warm water. And then the last part says use daily. But I honestly say it's really up to the discretion of the user. So I'm gonna turn the water on real quick. Take my glasses off. I was gonna say my eyebrows. Take my glasses off real quick, wet my hands, and then you'll kind of see. I'll try and show you. So it's like a powder that once wet turns into a paste on your hands. So see, turned it into a paste. And then you literally rub it on the face and exfoliate for a minute. Oh. I'll go ahead and speed it up for you. I'll speed this minute up for you. Now I can go ahead and rinse this off, and what I look for is pretty much the point where you don't feel the microbeads anymore. That's probably the main thing. Like, once you really don't feel them anymore, you know you can rinse, which probably takes a minute. So we'll go ahead and rinse, come back with the next step. All right, so now we are all cleansed and exfoliated. So then my next step is going to be to tone. Again, I'm putting a disclaimer out here because I'm doing what works for me, what I've been doing, what works for my skin in general. I'm saying this because there's people that I used to work with, that I worked with, that would fight me if I didn't put a disclaimer out to tell people, you probably shouldn't do this. Like I said, I'm just doing what works for me, and I just have to put my truth out there so y'all know what I'm doing. Like, not to say that you have to do it, anything like that. I'm just showing y'all what I do. I'm still on the edge about this. Use whatever toner works for you, whatever toner works, whatever you think works, because right now, and for years, I will say for years, I have been using alcohol as my toner. And it literally comes from like my mom, my grandmother, literally just wives' tales back in the day, down south stuff, all of that. My granny is from Mississippi. I can't remember what part of Mississippi, but down south Mississippi, all of that stuff that your granny said, all of that. So I have 2 cotton balls. I always do 2 because I feel like I get more use out of 2 cotton balls instead of 1. Normally I have like exfoliating pads. I just ran out. So I always go in between the 2 depending on what I have. So I put my toner on my cotton pads. Y'all don't understand. I've caught so much hell since I've told people that this is what I do. But okay, so you don't have to use what I use, but you just use your toner at this point and exfoliate with your toner. Even if you don't use the microfoliant, toner is supposed to still exfoliate and, you know, wipe away, clean, all that stuff. Assist in the cleansing process so you get your skin prepped for your next step, so your moisturizers and serums and stuff like that work the way they're supposed to because your skin is completely clean. I started doing this because I hate how stuff feels on my face. I keep saying I'm just that person that I hate SPF. I hate heavy moisturizers. I hate heavy serums. I hate all of that stuff. So what gets your skin cleaner than anything else? I use alcohol. Blame my mama, blame my granny. I feel like it works. My mom, she don't care. She gonna do what she wanna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and tone my face and then move on to the next step. It's real quick though. I just kind of wipe like outwards from the face and stuff like that. And then getting down here, all that, because this still counts as a part of your face, all of that stuff by this part. And honestly, I started to use alcohol too because I felt like I could see if my cleansers were really working. Like if I could still see dirt and stuff on the alcohol pad, I'm like, okay, this cleanser really ain't doing it for me. Like trying to get stuff that really gets through and cleanses your face, that's always been my thing. Like I hate the feeling of like stuff still feeling like it's on your skin and you did a whole routine. Like I want stuff that's gonna actually work. Normally the alcohol smell bothers people. I'm completely used to it by now. Like I said, I do it. I do it daily. I'm sorry y'all. They know who I'm talking about. I'm sorry. I just had to speak my truth. But on to the next step, which is moisturizing. So I have my share of moisturizers that I actually am into. I will say, for the most part, all of my moisturizers are gonna be gel-based. Real lightweight gel-based moisturizers, because I hate heavy moisturizers with a passion. If I feel like my skin's more dry than normal, I will go in and use something a little heavier at night. So then I ain't gotta worry about feeling like it's super heavy on my face all day. I will make an exception and use a heavier moisturizer at night. But during the day, I keep it light, especially like I said, with having these masks on. I work in retail. I am a manager in retail, so I am there all day. I have a mask on all day at my job, and let me not have to run errands afterwards. I still have a mask on, so I can't have my face feeling like especially right here, it's all sweaty and caked on and all that stuff. And you'll see I kind of concentrate a lot of my products on my cheeks and stuff like that, because one of my main skin concerns was always like the discoloration in my cheeks from when I used to have like real bad breakouts in my 20s and stuff like that, which I probably get like 1 or 2 breakouts maybe on my chin like once or twice a month. But for the most part, I don't, but I still have some of the discoloration there. And then like the discoloration like under my eyes and like right here, but that's really about it. So the next one, girl, let me put my glasses back. So the next one is gonna be my moisturizer, and I actually right now I'm using the Clinique ID moisturizer. I was using Moisture Surge, but I was actually given this by one of our Clinique reps to try it as an alternative to the Moisture Surge, because I just love how Moisture Surge feel, all that stuff. But Clinique ID, she had me try this one because it is a similar consistency, because it's really light, because it's the dramatically different jelly. But the reason why Clinique ID is nice is because this vial here contains a serum, so it's your moisturizer and serum step in one. So this one I think was like the uneven skin tone one, stuff like that, which is something that I wanted to focus on, trying to make my skin better. And then of course just having a light moisturizer. So that's why when she asked me what combo I wanted to try this one. But otherwise normally I'll use Moisture Surge because it's real light, but it moisturizes the way I need it to. I got my targeted cartridge in here, and then obviously the moisturizer is the base. And then so you pump until it dispenses both formulas. So I'll kind of do that. Take my glasses off. So when you see, obviously the jelly itself is clear, but the serum in here has a blue in it. So I'll pump some out, and you'll know it comes out because it's not all the way blue, but you'll see the blue kind of in there. This is really hard to do on camera, but once you see the serum come out, because they have a couple different colors of serums that treat different things. Like I think purple is like lines and wrinkles. I think they have a red one for redness. It's a couple different ones, but I chose like uneven skin tone and stuff like that. So what I do, apply it, moving up, all the things you've ever seen anybody's skincare, anybody's makeup in general. And because it's so light, it dries really quickly. I probably should have applied that a little quicker, but I was trying to show y'all the consistency. So what I'll do is kind of dot it on my face normally if I can get it on there. So I'll get it in all the places I need it to be. And then just up and out, circular motions. Get under still, yes. All this still counts. But up and out pretty much hurt. So, after this step, I almost forgot it. Let me go grab it, and then we'll go to the next step. All right, so next step is gonna be eye cream. And this is something that honestly, I didn't even consider as a step in my 20s, even in my teens. Like, it's just not anything I paid attention to. But obviously, working at Ulta, you're gonna get some stuff that you've never even considered before. And I mean, start to pay attention to, because I am 32 years old, so I probably should be taking more care of my skin than I was in my 20s, because Lord. But the next part is going to be an eye serum, eye cream, whatever you want to call it. Well, mine is a serum specifically. There are eye creams, obviously thicker consistency. So the one I use is the Moisturizer Eye, and it's a 96-hour hydro filler concentrate. Why do I do this to myself? So it's ophthalmologist tested. I just like it because of how light it is. And I got this when I got my original Moisture Surge, because I like that whole line in general. But it just says, for this one, it's real simple. You kind of break the spheres that you can kind of see them. You break the spheres that are in the serum before you apply it. And then you massage pretty much all around the eye area. And so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I want to see if I can get them to come out. You can always see one or two come out, but you don't need a lot. So it's like, let me see. I can't see them. But what I do to break any, oh, there are some. Break any spheres that are in here, I just kind of press it between my fingers. You can kind of feel them disintegrate as you kind of rub. And so I just kind of under the eye, over the eye, and then just in a circular motion. And I know this is for hydration, moisture, stuff like that. And I'm looking for stuff that's going to help with my little bit of discoloration under my eyes, the little bit of darkness that you see that doesn't match my skin and stuff like that, as I'm starting to get into correcting everything about my skin. Like I said, over the years, I've gotten much better with my regimen, because it was trash. Kind of rub this in, let it dry. It was really nice. And like I said, even for it being a serum, it's super lightweight. And again, that's why I like it. Next step is going to be, and this step I kind of do on an as-need basis as well. It's the, I can show you the box. The Signature Glow Refreshing and Brightening Face Mist by Tula. I was actually given this one to try out so I could actually tell people about it, talk about it. So it says, this fine, light diffusing face mist with probiotics and hyaluronic acid hydrates, while strawberry extract and kiwi fruit water help to brighten the appearance of skin. Lingonberry helps to protect from pollution and blue light, and you get the ultimate fresh face pearlescent glow. So pretty much it's saying shake the bottle before spraying or over makeup, and then reapply throughout the day for an instant refreshing glow. Go ahead and shake it, and there's a little ball in there you can see. Aha, there we go. Shake that. Because there is a mist in here that gives you a, you can tell it gives a little glow. Oh, it is pearlescent. Can you see it? And so, and I actually learned this tip from one of the girls at work. I'll just do something like spray, so it ain't too much. Like I said, I'll do it on an as-need basis too, because it is something that's supposed to help to hydrate. But I feel like if my skin isn't really needing a bunch of hydration, I'll skip this step. But typically winter, fall, spring, before it starts to get warmer, I'll do this step. But in the summer, I kind of miss it, because clearly it's hot. Our climate is super humid in the summertime, so then I'm like, forget it. I don't need nothing extra on my face, because again, I don't like it. So I'll be able to read one day. I just go, that's it. That's all I need. That's it. Okay, maybe one more. I don't know what that was. But, you know, nice little glow. Just a little bit of something. And I like using a lot of the Tula stuff because it's really, really natural, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff that they use that is naturally derived, like fruits and stuff like that, that really help with the skin. And so that's why I started to use it. And a lot of their stuff, like their brands, keeps it simple, especially for me, because I'm not one that has like 17 steps in my skincare routine. Like I'm too simple for stuff like that. Like kudos to everybody that can, but I know that's not my life. So after that, the very last step, these lips, because we ain't going nowhere ashy. I actually got this to try from work too. When we did the launch for Keys Soul Care, that's Alicia Keys' skincare line that launched at Ulta, I got the Comfort Balm, the Comforting Balm. On here it says, apply generously to wherever the skin needs dryness relief. Use as often as desired. So this is something that I've specifically been using on my lips because under a mask, my lips be dry as all get out. I literally use my pinky nail, scoop a little bit out, and then apply it to the lips. A little bit, and it's literally like a balm. It don't have no weird smell or anything, no weird taste. It just do what it's supposed to do. Hydrate the lips. And that's it. So you can kind of see the consistency. It's literally a balm. That is pretty much it for my whole skincare routine. I know for people that are new to skincare in general, sometimes these steps can still be daunting because you have to find what works for your skin. But once you get there, it's just a matter of staying consistent with your routine. So I would say do a little research, see what type of skin you have, and then go from there. Like there's different tools, like different beauty websites, beauty stores, beauty brands. Like at my job, we have a tool that does a skin analysis for you. There's brands that do it, like Clinique has one specific to their brand that does a skin analysis. And honestly, now if you go on most skincare websites, most brand websites in general, will try and help you online before you even get into the store, so that it's easier for you to make selections and purchase and stuff like that. And sometimes, like personally speaking, I like to help people do it online even at work, so then we can get, even if it's just a starting point, get them started with something and then kind of move from there. That's it. I mean, you can see I'm all hydrated and stuff. It's all nice. And none of this stuff made my skin feel super stripped. Like none of the cleansers, exfoliators made my skin feel super stripped or anything like that. Like the Tula cleanser or the daily Microfoliant. If anything, your skin won't feel dry if you use my toner. So I don't necessarily suggest it for everybody, but I use it. I'm sorry to everybody that I know is going to yell at me for finally saying it, but it works for me. But you know, then I put the moisturizer on and stuff like that, and it's cute. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below. Like I said, after this one, I'm gonna go into my nighttime routine, do my nighttime routine, show you guys that one too. But I wanted to start off with my morning routine. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know that you like content like this so I can keep going. Make sure that you're subscribed before you leave, right at the bottom. And then I think I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.